Welcome, 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 everyone. Yay. We're about to start this Love God, Love Sex experience in a little bit under a week, right? I am so thrilled, so excited, humbled, truly honored that 15 of you have decided to take this journey with me together. I'm I'm excited to see what God is going to do in our midst. You have just made one of the most important decisions in your life as it relates to your spiritual and personal development. And I believe that God is going to honor your faith, honor your desire to be well, to be whole. I believe that He's going to meet us at the point of our greatest need over these next few weeks. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, and you already have, is to challenge yourself to connect deeply with God over the next 4 weeks coming up in February. Celebrate the sexually vibrant woman that you are. Finally free yourself of all the shame and guilt that you've been carrying as it relates to your sexual desires, your intimacy, all that stuff. That's what we're trying to do in this next month by God's grace. I believe a month from now, we're going to look back and realize that, we've experienced the presence of God in a powerful, transformational way. I believe that we're going to fall in love with our bodies again, with ourselves again. I believe that we will finally free ourselves of the shame that comes with being a single woman that loves the Lord but still has these struggles and these urges. I think that God is going to really set us free by God's grace. I'm excited. Now, as you've probably already realized, we're going to be doing a lot of things differently up in this piece, okay? This is not a typical church event. This is the Love God, Love Sex experience. Amen. But one thing's for sure, we're going to have a lot of fun together. I believe that falling in love with Jesus, having, walking this Christian walk, doesn't mean that it has to be hard, doesn't mean that it has to be serious. It can and should be plenty of fun, lots of joy, lots of happiness, happening. So, and if you're having more fun in your relationship with God, if you're having more joy in your relationship with God, then you're more likely to continue and stay in that space of freedom and joy no matter what, because you're going to want to be, you're not going to want anybody to steal that joy, right? So the more fun we have, the better. Since I'm 100% focused on being on this being a positive experience, I want to start by saying that this experience, I'm doing all that I can to make sure that it's not overwhelming for you all by loading you up with lots of information. I'm only going to give you exactly what you need to take the next step as you need to take that step. Okay, so just we're walking this thing together so that you're not overwhelmed. So here's what's going to happen now. For your first win, I'm giving you a PDF that's going to, it's called the Lgls winning sheet, and it's basically going to give you an opportunity to document all your wins throughout this experience. I'm excited for you. And so for your first win, I need you to download the Bra Mindset. That's the book that I just completed by God's grace, that I emailed you. So you can now have immediate access to this short book that reveals my signature system for this experience that we're going to be doing, and it's called the Bra Mindset. This pre-session booklet is going to transform your mindset towards the gospel and why we're having these struggles in the first place, and it's going to set the foundation for our Love God, Love Sex experience. So as soon as this video is over, make sure you download it and start reading. And then for your next win, I need you to join our private Facebook group that I'm going to open up. Introduce yourself, let everybody know who you are, where you're from, what you hope to achieve by joining this experience. Feel free also to share your thoughts and any questions you may have about the book while you're reading it. That's a great place to just share, what revelations and insights you've been receiving as you're reading. And then lastly, I just want to take a few moments and just zoom out for a second and give you a quick overview of what we will be doing for the next 4 weeks, okay, what our month is going to look like, okay? So there's no surprises. Beginning Sunday, February 3rd until about February 9th, you can schedule your first individualized session with me between February 3rd and February 9th. And that's where we'll go a bit deeper into your own personal story and set some personal goals as it relates to your sexuality. You can also ask me any questions that you may have as well. So make sure that I'll be sending you the link in a couple days for you to start making those appointments for your individual sessions. And then on Monday, February 4th, that's just around the corner. Monday, February 4th, that's next week, we'll have our first group session together called Let's Get Fitted. You'll be using Zoom. That's the name of the app. I'll make sure that I put the link in there as well for you so you know whether or not you need to download any software. It's really easy to use. This will be the session. This will be the session where we get comfortable. There's a reason why I'm dressed like this, to give you guys a heads up. This will be the session where we get comfortable and honest with our stories. It's where I'll be sharing my testimony and sharing my journey with you all and hear some of your story as well as you feel comfortable sharing. Each group session is going to have a specific theme. And for this first session, I'm asking everybody to come in their PJs and no makeup. My face is bare right now. Like, I don't even have a lip gloss on. Bare face. That's the theme for our first session. I'm so excited. It's going to be great. That's the theme for our first session. I want us to be in a mindset of being real and honest about who we are and where God has brought us. And that's why I chose this theme of just being chill in our PJs and nothing on our faces. Okay? So that's our first session, Monday, February 4th. And then for our second experience, that will be on Monday, February 11th. It starts at 7. Both sessions start at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We're going to dive into the first letter of the bra mindset, which is B. B stands for believe. And this is not your average Bible study where we'll be, discussing why we should believe the gospel applies to our sex life, right? And the barriers that keep us from believing this truth. So we're gonna dig into that. It's gonna be really good. And then on Monday, February 18th, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we're really gonna dig into the fun stuff, okay? And figure out why and how we can rejoice in our sexuality. How do I unashamedly, unabashedly celebrate my sexuality without feeling bad about it? Like, what does that look like for the Christian woman, for the Christian single woman? How do I use my sexual energy for deeper intimacy with God, myself, and with others in a way that does not bring shame to the name of our Lord, right? We're going to explore that more in depth and get some answers. Be ready for that. I'll tell you the theme later on. I don't want to overwhelm you. Friday, February 22nd is when we'll be having our guest expert, and I'll give you more information for that, but just mark your calendars, Friday, February 22nd. And then on Monday, February 25th, that's when we'll be doing my favorite session, which is learning how to apply the gospel. A is for apply, R is for rejoice, B is for believe. So on Monday, February 25th, we'll be looking at how to apply the gospel to our sexuality while we're single. How do we make healthy decisions about our sexuality? How do we make healthy decisions about our relationships? And then lastly, on February 28th, that's when we'll have our celebration party, where we will celebrate what God has done in our midst with our testimonies and prizes and talking about what's next, what our next steps are once the experience is over. I'm excited, y'all. That's the plan. And as long as we show up, as long as we remain engaged, as long as we do the work, there'll be, different wins that you all will do in the week. As long as we do the work, I'm going to make it my personal responsibility to make sure that it is easy for everybody by making it bite-sized for everybody so that we're not overwhelmed. And I don't think we can go wrong with that mindset that it's going to be easy. It's going to be challenging, but it's not going to be overwhelming is my prayer. You'll have access to me all month. Okay, so make sure you take down my number, 903-407-8362. And I'm serious. You'll have access to me all month. You can get it anytime you have any questions that you need to be answered. You can reach out to me. Text messaging is the best way to get a hold of me. I'm availing myself so that you can get all the support you need every step of the way, and the support of this lovely community of women. You'll have that as well. That's about to come together. I'm excited. I can't wait to hear the stories of transformation, the boost in our confidence that will come, and much more, how much more real our relationship with God is going to be as a result of this love God, love sex experience. So if you have any questions, just hit me up. I will see you soon. Make sure you download the book, get started on the reading, join the Facebook group, and check out the checklist for any other wins that you can get this week, okay?